It's baby.
Hey guys, it's back to the video. So we're going to talk about communication today. Well, mind you, the lack thereof in communication relationships. I've just seen a lot of situations going on with a lot of my friends who have been in relationships this past year, the past 2020, and a lot of hit or miss with it. And so, the story I'm going to tell is a friend of mine. She was in a long distance relationship, and I just feel like maybe this will touch somebody, but I'm no relationship expert, so you can take my advice with a grain of salt. But I just feel like maybe this will resonate with somebody, maybe. So my homegirl, I'm gonna call her Destiny. Destiny's in a long-term relationship with we're gonna call him Randall. So Destiny ran a relationship for about 9 months maybe. They started dating during quarantine. And Randall was in the military. So, a lot of military relationships, most people get in them, from what I've heard, for benefits. And, people being deployed, everything, whatnot, there's long distance involved. And I know long distance for a lot of people is always like iffy because they're like, oh, like, you're far away. I know you're not going to cheat on me and all type of stuff like that, right? So started dating, and the honeymoon phase in the beginning where everybody is talking about, oh, puppy love phase. It's always I love you this, I love you that, and everything seems so peachy keen in the beginning. And then when the relationship actually truly starts is when shit's the fan. In the beginning, most of the part. The first year is normally a hit or miss for most relationships. So let's call it that, right? This puppy love phase. So Randall travels a lot, for being military. And at one point, my dog Destiny wound up moving with him to Texas. And again, it was all puppy love. They post each other all the time. I'm sitting there on my Instagram like, oh my God, my friends are in love. And, shit like that or whatever, right? And so they hit a breaking point in June. What wound up happening is Randall went out to the club with some of his military friends, and apparently some girls showed up, whatever, probably one of their friends or whatever, and I guess partying, people drinking, getting fucked up, whatever, and apparently he asked for the girl's Snapchat. Now, there's breaking points and there's boundaries that needs to be put in place. And of course, I'm pretty sure they're already set, duh. But apparently asked for the girl's Snapchat, got the girl's Snapchat. And, she was hitting him up, was passed out drunk, went to sleep, and, had a phone in hand. So I would not want my man to sleep with his phone in his hand. That's weird to me. That makes you feel like you're hiding something, you're insecure about something, you're doing something you're not supposed to do. And y'all women love to grab phones when they sleeping and go through the messages, okay? So, women intuition, she got the phone, went through it, and saw the girl Snapchat or whatever. So, text the girl, hey, I'm Randall's girlfriend, and saw your messages, and like, what's going on? Long story short, apparently, he asked for the girl Snapchat to meet up with him because they went out, they're going somewhere else. And she has a boyfriend, and apparently he did nothing wrong. There's no sexual conversation. He wasn't trying to holler at her, trying to fuck on her, nothing like that. But it caused a rift because he lied about it. So then time progresses. We're now in 2021. They've broken up. And it just seemed like he gave up on a relationship. There's a big complex with men, especially men who are, as Latinos call it, machismo, which is a man who just feels like he's always in the right. He's always this manly man, very much hyper masculine, and I don't know what it is about men that don't want to feel like they're never wrong. That shit throws me off because it's like, bitch, you do wrong too. So the fact you're not being called about your shit is always a problem. And the fact you don't think it is a problem is stupid as fuck. So, my dog Destiny, I'm not going to go into her life too much, but she does suffer from anxiety and depression. And so, she told him that from the beginning, listen, I go through this shit. My relationship was fucked up, but I'm not putting in any of that into this. I want to start fresh with you. Somehow, some way, with all the bickering and fighting over the next 6 months, he throws in the face. I hate when niggas do that. Don't throw my insecurities, my weaknesses at me once we're in confidence of what we loving each other. Anyway, so she's confiding to me, telling everything. And as I'm processing what she's saying, it reminded me of my mother's ex-husband. He was very machismo. He went through abuse growing up. Me and my sister got abused, not like real physical abuse, nothing like that, but like, disciplining was to the extreme. And, when he was wrong, he never admitted it. It was like, oh, I'm just going to bypass it and I'm not going to admit to it and let it go. And what that does to people, especially with children growing up, is that they have this animosity towards people who do that. And I had animosity with him for years. A bitch went to therapy and got over that shit, because you can't harbor on shit that was in the past. It's always going to affect you, but it's not going to always be the end all be all. So, communication. Let's go back to the topic of communication. Fellas, you have to talk to your girl at all times. If something's been wrong, talk about it. If it's a situation where you're getting heated and it's getting too much, cool down, talk about it. I don't see why, with men at least, because, women we're supposed to be the emotional creatures, but when men deal with emotions, they try to mask it because they don't want to feel vulnerable. And I need the niggas to listen to me when I say this. There's nothing wrong being vulnerable with your girl. Or your guy with your guy, your girl with your girl. Shit, I'm gay, shit. So, I done figure out all the pawns around that shit, There's nothing wrong with showing your feelings, okay? Your feelings is what ties you to that person. You can go through an emotional trauma you're going through by yourself. That's when you got to battle on your own. But your partner is there to help break you out of that, And the fact that, he just would always just not talk about it. And when emotions got involved, he try to just, oh, hey, I ain't worried about that shit. Fuck all that shit. Stop doing that. Men, stop doing that. I understand women think that men are supposed to know everything about them. They put on what they think, what they want to eat, all that other bullshit. Let's be real, women, these niggas don't know shit. These niggas never know shit. Okay, like if you could put a psychic gene in a man's head, they still know the fuck's going on. Okay, so you feel me? Like, what the fuck, good bitch? But if there's no communication, what's in the fucking relationship? Relationships are made to build one another. You're going through this, let me help you go through that. This is the situation you're going through that's hindering you. Let me get you out of that. Let me help you build up on that. Oh, my businesses. Oh, you want to start a business, but you don't know how to allocate it. You don't know the kind of plan you need. Let me work on that with you. Fitness. Oh, I gained a little weight. Hey, let's go to the gym. And don't get mad at men when you say you want to go to the gym and then you act like they're calling you fat. Ladies, you need to stop always talking about you're fat. Half of y'all not even that fat. You might have a little bit of pudge and you're like, oh, I'm fat. Girl, no, you're not. I understand that Instagram has made it where every female got a fucking body sculpt, Barbie shape. But let's be real. Half the time it's paid for. And the girls that go to the gym, you can tell how much they worked hard for it. Stop doing that to yourself, okay? What else I want to talk about? Let's also talk about the fact that, long distance is hard. It's hard on the heart. People want to be cuddled and kissed on and hugged on or whatever, all that emotional sappy shit that I love all the damn time in cancer. I love that shit, and when there's a distance there, you can't do that. So you have to talk to that person every day. Ain't gotta be all day, an hour and a half tops, maybe, texting all the time. I mean, granted, people need their space, don't be on my space all the damn time, bitch. I'm gonna walk away. I need some me time. But do your me time. If I'm doing too much, let a nigga know. Let a bitch know. And then we go from there. But stop making it seem like, because men always feel like, oh, showing me my damn business and she don't trust me, showing what the fuck I'm doing. No. If you don't give her a reason to feel that way, she won't do that. But again, niggas always try to be sneaky And when you get caught, they deny shit. You can't do that. Okay? We're in 2021 now, right? And there's so many forms of ways to communicate people. Ooh, I can't see shit. You got Instagram, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, Snapchat. People using motherfucking, Tinder and all the other shit. I mean, I don't go on Tinder doing shit when you're in a relationship. But, WhatsApp. There's so many ways to speak to people. Then you got FaceTime, you got Zoom. I don't know if people still use Skype. I don't know if that's still a thing. But, there's so many forms of way to communicate with people where you make sure that they know you give a fuck. Don't alienate yourself because you feel like is doing too much. Giving a fuck about your partner is the whole point of a relationship. You're supposed to love and care for each other, build each other up. Y'all gonna fight sometimes, duh. You're gonna cry sometimes, duh. You're gonna be mad at each other, duh. But that don't mean you stop loving each other. If you only leave your partner when it gets rough, then bitch, you're not made for a relationship. Stay your ass single, go be a hoe if you want to. But don't put that on the other person if insecurities is hurting you too much. There's therapy for that. There's psychics you believe in that shit. You go get a tarot card reading if you need that. Sometimes your friends can be an asset when they're not trying to butt in your relationship. But if you tell them all your friends your relationship problems, that's your problem, okay? Talk to family, especially if they, are happy relationship. You can talk to family. They can be there for you. I mean, granted, your mama say a bitch ain't shit or a nigga ain't shit. Listen to her ass. That's how she be motherfucking right for the most part. But, you just so many ways to make sure that communication is not at fault. But people still do it. So take a lesson from me. If you won't listen to my black ass or whatever, I'm not a relationship expert, like I said, so take it with a grain of salt. But when the times get rough, talk about it. Don't run from it. Talk about it. It makes so much of a difference. And, especially in these times where, we're in the house, it's Miss Rona out there causing a damn scene. People was dying, getting these damn stupid ass vaccines that ain't really fucking doing shit, People aren't seeing their families, not seeing their friends, can't go out to the club, go twerk, go get drink, do a kid to baby. And people are getting lonely. People are getting depressed in the house all damn day. People aren't fucking working. And you're in a relationship with somebody who still wants to be with you through all that shit, and you can't talk to them? Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, don't make excuses. You make time for people who you give a fuck about. Your partner should be that person, especially right now. Please. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.